everyone, and welcome back. We're back again. Storm here.
Mom here.
And Kimmy.
So we're going to be watching Knives Out today. This I've been wanting to see, and you guys have no clue. You're like, what is that?
It's about knives.
It's about
We should get
knives.
some of our kitchen knives out. And
Oh God! Oh my
Oh
God!
my gosh, no.
If it's scary, it's like don't hold the knife. But we do have Aria's knife. We have a few other prop knives. I should have gave you guys a heads up beforehand, so that way you could grab them.
Yeah.
And we have Jon Snow's sword, long claw. But yeah, so they have no clue. I did say it is a murder mystery.
fun.
I'm assuming it's kind of like Clue. That's the first thing that pops to my mind. And Kim, I was like, what was that game board called? And she's like, Clue. I never played it, but I know references from it.
That was fun. I did when I was a kid.
That's cool, yeah. And I hear a lot of good things about it. People had fun playing it. And I'm sure they probably still have board games of that because I see a lot of like Monopoly games where they change the theme of actual shows and movies now. And I think they do the same with Clue. So I know Chris Evans is in this.
Ooh, Captain
America.
That's right.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I don't-
Wanda.
What? Oh yeah, that's right.
Wanda. She was in the Friday the 13th movies too.
I was gonna say I know her from scary movies.
Right?
I never watched those
Halloween.
movies.
It was something scary.
Something like that, yeah. So I've never watched them, but I know she's been in those. So that's the only thing I know her from. And I had a friend who met her in the past and said she was really cool. And you know, I like hearing that. I'm like, oh man. So, but yeah, so she's in it. I'm sure there's a lot of other big people in it that we won't recognize. Maybe we will, if we saw them on the channel or not.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I do want to apologize, guys, because we're working out our camera situation, so some of us will be blurry sometimes, and we really tried adjusting, and I have to figure out the drivers and stuff because these are one of the best cameras, and yet they're still not working correctly. So please don't worry about it in the comments or anything. It just is what it is until we can figure it out. But thank you guys for dealing with it.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Kim looks like a Lego.
A Lego.
A old video machine. Video game.
We can put my stickers behind you. I have like Mario stickers here. That's what the background. You get the mushroom. My house, my rules, my puppy. Haha.
Whoops. Oh God, I was gonna find him dead.
Well, we know she didn't do it.
You guys fans?
Big fan. I'm a big fan. I mean,
Yes.
like I won't spoil it for you, but
I think Linda was upset.
He keeps doing that.
Yes.
He's trying to see if they'll twitch or say something wrong.
Haul and shout at the freeze.
you tell her or I will.
Bell's ringing.
What?
Oh, another woman.
Oh.
That's none of your
Oh.
business. Tomorrow she gets it.
Harlan. Sorry, forgot.
Shifty eyes.
Richard said you were there.
It was just a mix-up with the,
And stealing from me $100,000 a year for the past 4
Whoa, whoa.
how this makes
400 grand.
Look at her, look at her.
I swear to God. No big deal.
No big deal, yeah.
Stole $400,000.
She's gone.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Oh my God, yeah.
Just the thought of lying, yeah, it makes me puke.
Her own lie detector.
Is Richard having an affair?
No.
Oh, shit!
Ah!
Oh God, yeah.
I got it. Up, I got it.
Okay,
That's a lot of stairs for an 85.
Yeah.
If you're going to put that vile shit in me, you'll have to earn it. 85.
fine.
I'm sure.
Really love drama, huh?
It's funny.
Okay, let's do this 9 by 9.
I'd like to fix some of this before I go. Close
lot of
the
meds
book
he's on.
with a flourish.
What?
Oh my God.
Oh no, she gave him the
Is
wrong.
there a problem?
I'm gonna give you an
Ah,
emergency shot of naloxone so you don't die in 10 minutes.
Oh, well, no pressure.
No pressure. He's still
No
joking.
pressure.
It's a method of
Look at his-
murder.
look at
I
his
need to
going.
write this down.
I can write this down.
Meds on purpose. Marta,
Where is
do
it?
you have an extra
Yes,
stuff?
I'm gonna find it. I have it because it comes with the kids. It should be here.
Oh, and he's gonna kill himself because he doesn't want to blame her.
He's not here.
Oh my god.
Oh crap!
Oh, come on.
So I'm gonna use the phone, okay? Okay.
We have got to get you out of this. Think of your mom.
Such a
Oh
good
my
man.
god. Oh, yeah.
What do you want me to do?
To avoid the security cameras, pull off the road before the carved elephant. After the carved
Before.
elephant.
No, he said before.
Oh.
What's it?
The after for the carved elephant.
Oh my god.
Climb the side trellis and come in through the trick fall
My
window.
trust.
All this direction.
You gotta be.
Wow.
I am not. Do
What
it.
happened for him to think all this in 6 minutes?
My god, yeah, that's right. Oh.
Someone's gonna see that part. So man, she didn't mean to do it.
I have to get you help.
Oh my god.
Oh, so she's-
Holy
god.
crap.
Oh my god.
He needed to finalize. I can't believe he did it in front of her though, but he needed to get her going.
To avoid the
Oh,
security
someone's gonna be
cameras,
hot.
pull off the road after the carved elephant.
Oh, and she went before.
Yeah.
Unless it breaks accidentally by you.
What's she gonna do?
What?
Oh, it
Oh
fired
my
it up.
god, it's fire. Oh my gosh.
Oh god, the dog has the piece
Something
of
broken.
the part of the thing she climbed.
Oh!
Oh my god.
The,
Oh, it's-
oh, she's throwing it for the dog.
He's gonna bring it back. I love the dog's always running up. Yay! Oh no, he has.
Ooh.
Is that the?
Oh, no!
Is it the
Oh
same
my
piece?
God. Oh my god, it's the same
He
piece.
brought it right over. Oh
shit.
my god.
Oh,
There
you
you
go.
go. Nice
Oh,
fresh
yeah.
break.
Being of sound mind and body and yada yada yada. I hereby
Marta's
direct
gonna get it.
all my assets, both liquid and otherwise, to Marta Cabrera.
I just said Marta. Oh my
My entire
god, good. I
ownership
was
of
right.
Blood Like Wine Publishing.
Oh, they're gonna hate her now.
Oh boy.
Oh, they're gonna hate her. Oh, he's loving
Because
it.
he knew he was going to
Oh,
be out.
yeah.
He's like, great.
I had a feeling.
Oh, this poor
Oh my
girl. I
God,
mean, like,
yeah.
wow,
Oh,
but
geez, wow.
I don't blame you.
No, she
Get out of
can't
there.
stop.
Just
No,
don't
she
hit
can't.
anyone.
Darn it.
I'm not on Twitter.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's like, come with me.
You're not gonna go to jail. That detective's not gonna catch you.
But
I can help you get away with this. And then, you're gonna give me my cut of the inheritance.
there you go. I was like,
Yes,
where is it?
definitely.
I know what you did. So
God,
is that the
I'm
family
sorry.
now doing stuff, just trying to
Yeah.
break her?
But what kind of blackmail scheme is this?
I know what you
I
did,
mean, the
but who
actual
would
evidence
know?
is sitting up the street at the crime lab.
And that's burnt down.
And now it's burnt down.
Oh wow.
So many questions.
Yeah, right.
If you destroy that copy, you're totally in the clear.
Look at him, he's noticing. Ooh,
He's
ooh.
Yeah,
watching
why?
her.
See?
Oh,
He's
see?
like, why are you here with the grandson?
My god.
What are you going to say?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Now,
no.
now
they're
you're
going.
being a suspect.
Now they're going. They should have went before. Whoa, jeez. Whoa.
Whoa, now her
what
car's
the
coming in
heck?
handy.
I couldn't do this without you.
Oh. Just like,
Ask you to drive when he saw me coming.
Huh, I wonder. Yeah.
Oh, no. It's going to get all tangled.
Oh, bleh. Gross,
Oh,
gross. Don't try to
gross.
drink that. Oh my god, I hope he doesn't try to drink that.
no, oh boy, I don't know what this means.
Ooh, and a spider, of course,
Oh my God,
just to add
spider.
to it too. So she's dead?
Yes, it's me. It's Marta. You called me here. Did you take
Oh,
something?
somebody else
Oh,
tried
I'm
to
gonna
do
call an
something with
ambulance
her?
now. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine.
Ooh, morphine.
Oh, what's that?
She had morphine. Oh, he's trying to
What,
save
911?
her.
Oh.
Trying to save her still.
Don't say
So I'm
anything.
gonna tell you the truth.
Young Ransom just told Lieutenant Elliot everything.
I hope it didn't cover for me.
I bet you didn't say the right thing now.
About me switching.
Be quiet!
My
But she didn't seem like a user to me. Unless
Wow,
that's why she
just
used
Be
blackmail.
quiet.
Now she's
Be quiet.
really
He doesn't know that.
Yes.
And what you and Harlan did that fateful night seems at first glance to fill that hole perfectly. But a smaller donut with its own hole is not a hole at all.
Unc, look, I understand that this is amusing for you.
So his brain works.
Someone must have manipulated the meds.
Someone fishing for a crime.
Mr. Hugh Ransom Drysdale, you might tell us all why you hired me.
Oh, yeah, okay. That was the big
Oh.
Why
mystery.
I hired you.
What you need to do will take moments.
So he did this too?
But it is
Possibly?
essential.
I guess he
you are
did.
alone. Look, you knew what Marta would be
Oh,
injected
he
with
switched
that
it.
night.
He switched it.
You know you took the
Took away.
That's why she couldn't find it.
Yep.
Yeah.
life-saving antidote.
Oh,
But
wow.
if he switched it, she gave him the right meds.
It is the truth.
Then when I got them mixed up, I
They weren't.
gave Harlan.
The
His
correct
normal
dosage.
meds, so he didn't have to kill himself.
You gave him the correct medication because you are a good nurse.
Oh,
Harlan
jeez.
was.
I'm sorry, Marta. The cause of death was truly, solely suicide.
Benny, look, I hear what you're saying, but just
Hey, so this is a good
It's like,
story.
you don't have to read this
He likes
book.
it.
poor Fred.
Oh, that.
She witnessed you tampering with Harlan's medication in the medical bag.
I knew Harlan wouldn't just kill himself.
yes.
In this
It's
dark
the
room.
dark.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
There goes, there's the
Shit. Don't you
Random chair right there.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna. Oh,
Bad, bad man.
yeah. Oh
Yes?
boy, I hope she didn't die.
I know.
It's
Fran,
okay.
oh,
She's
okay.
going to talk.
So what do you have on me? Nothing. What, attempted murder?
Hopefully
I get
recording.
arson for the building and a few other charges.
She's not vicious. My God, yay! You deserve that, 100%.
Friend's dead.
Oh.
Oh,
In for a penny.
No, he's gonna grab one of the knives and kill her. Oh,
No freaking way. No. No.
no.
Right in the side.
He got her right in the heart.
No way, but she's not.
Oh wait.
Oh my goodness, what are those?
Oh, it's a fake one. Oh, it's a fake
oh
one.
my goodness, oh thank goodness.
I like how she's in front, like she's the head.
Okay,
And then she just sips her coffee.
that's right, yeah.
In my house.
Wow. So no, okay. She's staying, I
Okay,
guess.
let's see how that goes.
Wow,
Oh,
that
my
was
God,
good.
that was good.
Fantastic.
That was
Oh,
really good.
Wow, that was.
I doubt there's a cut scene, but I'll let it
Whoa.
roll just in case. I'll just mute
They
the
got
music for
theirs.
now. But yeah, really, that was crazy, huh?
Wow, that was really
Excellent
something.
Wow.
movie. I loved it.
That was really good.
What a change of pace.
Wow.
That was a good change of pace because I love
That
what we
was really
watch, but
good.
we watch a lot of scary and just on edge all the time, and this was different because
Nice
the mystery,
mystery.
yeah, like I was
Yeah.
really
Yes.
focused and trying to
Okay.
figure out all these loopholes, like all these
Wow.
different things. Daniel Craig, he was awesome. But yeah, okay, we're going to see everyone here. Chris Evans, we love him.
Yeah.
We'll go through the credits a little bit here. She was amazing.
It was
Wasn't
very
she?
good.
She was
Wow.
good, and I felt so bad for her. And then
Yeah,
Jamie Lee
Jamie
Curtis.
Curtis,
Yeah,
yeah.
I just love it. And Michael
right.
Shannon, he looked familiar. I don't know if we've seen him on the channel. I don't think
Don
so.
Johnson,
Don
of
Johnson, you
course,
guys
yeah.
noticed him right away.
Yeah.
And so she was funny. Yeah. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
she was,
And
yeah.
her voice,
Yeah.
like, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
Detective. Yeah, Meg.
Wow.
So this whole family
The
was
Oh, they're
so
all-
spoiled and selfish. And their father, grandfather, like he was so caring. He was so
He
smart.
was.
He made this business. He became so rich in the grandma or the mom, the grandson. But he was so caring and so smart. Like he built this from the ground up, and he wanted that for his family. But they were just so spoiled from the
They
beginning
sure were. My God.
that
They
they couldn't
were.
see beyond that. It was poison to all of them.
Spoiled and selfish.
Yeah,
And he
big
wanted to
time.
help them in
Definitely,
some
yeah.
way. You know, he gave his daughter Linda $1 million to start her business. He
Yeah, I
tried to
like
help
how
Walter
it
with
was
doing
always
her
him.
produce- Yes.
And it was almost like he enabled them. He did in a way, and he had to give that loan to make her, you know, succeed. And they were always so selfish. I love how sad as it was that every time they talked about Marta, her family was from a different part of the world. It wasn't always
Yes,
the same
that's right,
area.
yeah.
So it's true. Like they love her, but it was all surface. Like they wanted to show that they did care. To a certain extent, they did, but they didn't. They were shallow about it. They didn't want
Right,
to get
and
to
they
know
and
her.
they made
That's
they
right,
had
yeah.
to make a statement where she's from. Like, why would you even have to worry? You know, you
Yeah,
don't have
like
to
what,
say
you
that
guys
about
good
Yes.
because you took someone from a poorer part of the
Different
world or
country,
something
yeah,
that are
country, yeah.
struggling? Like, why do you have to make it sound like you're doing
Yeah,
a
you don't
good
have to
thing?
make it a
Right.
thing.
It's weird,
Oh
yeah.
my
So
gosh.
we see how shallow they are. And I really liked Meg, and I was kind of thinking Meg might have been guilty for a while because I never think it's the most predictable person. I'm like, okay, people who are
That's
really
right, yeah.
spiteful and bluntly say things or
Yes.
get nervous, like threats and stuff. Like, I'm like, well, I don't know, because it's too easy. But here we have this black sheep who was very rebellious, and he was laughing and everything. I'm like, I don't know, like it's just too easy to make him guilty and then saying, I'm warning you. But yeah, but that was good because
But-
then it kind of threw
Yes.
us off. And
It
brought us
was, it
back.
was
Oh my
great.
gosh. I thought it was Walter.
I
Yeah.
thought it was Walter too at first.
We hear parts of the story, but we don't really know because sometimes we probably see it in their view, and then we're hearing it from Blanc's view. And I really like Blanc too because he was so good. And here it came back to bite him in the butt, Ransom, because he's the one who gave him the money because he
That's
wanted
right.
Marta to go down, but she had the right vials. So
That's
how
right.
sad though.
That's
I mean,
good.
like this poor girl has been through so much, and what a wonderful guy she worked for and took care of.
Yes.
And he was all worried about her. He already made that decision before all this went down. We knew it wasn't planned, but for him to do it a week before to change the will, like that's so huge to do that to your family. And how
Yeah.
embarrassing for the family. But you guys are horrible people, you know. And
That's right. They had their weaknesses.
Greed.
We all have our
right,
weaknesses,
yes,
and they
for
had
sure.
greed. You know, there was infidelity. There was, working
Sure
off
was.
daddy's coattails. A daughter-in-law who her husband dies, his son dies. She's still hanging out just so she can get double the money.
they're all just
Right,
yeah
yeah.
there
It's
for
just
the money.
Corrupt. That's
Right.
it.
Like little babies, just like I want daddy's fortune, or and
Yeah.
like so the daughter-in-law's there, and then her daughter, and I like Meg, and I think she was the most innocent of them all, but
Yeah.
she was still manipulated by them. But they were
she-
all hovering over her, and they're so aggressive that she probably couldn't do much. But at the same time, like
Yeah.
it was for her school, and she was saying that she wasn't asking for her own money. Her mom was the one who was stealing more money.
Yeah,
To
that was her mom,
100,000 a year. So,
my
God! So I
gosh,
think she's the
yeah.
most innocent of all of them, but still.
And also, Linda found out about Richard cheating on her.
Yeah, and she was
From
doing the
from
flame on the.
letter. Like
Yes,
that, yeah.
'cause
See?
So she's
She's
probably done
her
that plenty of
father's
times.
daughter.
Yeah, and so she knows the paper because even in flashbacks, she was looking at papers before, I think.
Yes.
So she knows how that stuff works. So to do that as a joke and then for it to
see?
actually light up, unless she was just going to burn it just to burn it for the heck of it. But I don't know
No,
what the
she
point
was
is.
doing it
she's
on
not.
purpose. She
Yeah, to
knew
see
her
what it
dad.
was.
She knew,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
So-
there was a bunch of letters there, wasn't there? There was a bunch of notes there when she.
Yeah.
So who knows what else?
Was. Yes.
Wow, yeah, like the mystery continues. And I love having the fan detective there who is like building it up, like, ooh, this is another book. Like, oh my God. Like, oh, this
Yes,
secret
that's
door,
right.
that was
Yeah,
in
he's
this
like
book.
it. He really enjoyed it.
What a house, too. Like all these
Oh my
secret
gosh, yes.
like passageways. And
Yes, very exciting life.
kind of
he lived.
creepy.
my
It was kind of
gosh.
haunting to me, but I did like the style and everything. But it's such a rich house. Like you have all these collectibles everywhere, these major statues. Like some are really freaky to me. I don't know, just like the
It was
staring statues.
very interesting in the woods. They had the statues. I mean, that was
Oh,
really.
that was,
I thought that was kind of neat with that hippopotamus that they had with the mouth open. As weird as that was, I thought it was kind of cool. I don't like it when art gets too abstract, 'cause sometimes I find it a little freaky, especially when it resembles a living creature. Some of the like human type statues inside the house like made me feel ghost like haunted.
Yes.
And then he had random eyeballs you'd see in his main office in the front of the house.
my
like
God.
And it's probably from books in the past that he's
Oh,
written.
probably, yeah.
Yeah, so he has all these things around him that just help him figure out or just help inspire him for his books. And you have these huge eyeballs. Did you notice that behind him? They were like this
Yes.
big, just staring behind him, talking to his family. And I'm like, oh, it's almost like eyes watching you guys
That's
all
why
the
watching
time.
over. Yeah.
But what did you think about the grandfather or the father, like, who owned everything? Like, he was the
Harlan,
original.
He was.
I love the fact that he changed his will before his birthday. It was like a birthday present to himself. That he really found love and friendship in Marta. She
Yeah.
didn't want
Did,
anything
yes.
from him at
Yeah.
all.
No.
And it was unconditional love. She loved him through and through. Unfortunately, things transpired at the
Yes, it was nothing to do with money. She just
Yeah.
That's
listened to
right.
him.
It was
Yeah,
unconditional
she just-
love and
She
friendship.
just listened to him, yeah.
So what did you think about the grandfather, Mom? Did you think he was, Harlem, do you think he was a good guy? Do you think
He
he
was
was
very
shady?
caring, very caring.
Yeah, he was
So
very
he just
playful
wanted to make
too, and
sure.
my mind goes into bad places sometimes. I'm like, okay, is he some kind of weirdo with her? Because we heard the thudding. I'm like, what is that? Like, I don't know what's going on up there. And then we hear, like, we're just learning all the characters and what's going on. And there's a thud, so they go up to check, and she's like looking the other way, and he opens the door quickly, and the game is down there. So I was kind of like, okay, well, this is kind of odd. So what just happened up here? Were they wrestling? Did he get frisky with her? I don't know. But I'm glad it wasn't that. And he was like, oh, earthquake, because he was trying to mess with her to
That's right.
ruin the game, but in a playful way. But she really did care for him. They had a
She
really
did,
good
yeah.
relationship.
That's good.
And she was devastated. And how
I
worse.
felt
I mean,
sorry.
so many
Oh
turnarounds
my
here,
God, it
but
was.
here he's like, I don't want you to get in trouble for this. You didn't mean to do it. I don't fear death. It's okay. He had a long life. Like, holy crap, to do this and to commit suicide and do it in front of her because he had to get her out of there. And she wouldn't. She kept going back. She wanted to call the ambulance. She did, and then he hung up on her. But, oh my God. So he had the right dose. He had the right medication because she knew
Everything
the
was
actual
That's right.
texture and the look of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
So even not
geez.
realizing, because the
So-
vials are identical.
He killed himself.
So it wasn't actual
Unnecessarily.
suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes,
he
it
actually
was.
did it. It was his
cover up
choice.
for
He
her.
did it for those reasons, but holy crap, what a
And he
story.
just expedited everything by slitting his throat so she would act and just
Exactly, and take off. You know, because she went back.
Yeah.
But how crazy that the grandson, Ransom, went up too. And I was kind of like, well, maybe he has that wrong and is confusing that with Marta. But no, Blanc had it right. So that's why the grandma was like, you're back already? When it was.
Right, and I
Marta.
thought he went to
Right.
the party prior in the evening. I thought he
And
went
came back.
earlier. That's what she meant
Yeah.
by it. I didn't even put those two things together.
How fun, like so close but so far, and then comes right back around.
Right,
And
yeah.
I love how it was filmed where all these people are getting interviewed or interrogated, and you're near that weird sword thing. It's almost like Game of Thrones.
Oh
in a
my
way.
God,
like a
yes.
Game of Thrones.
And
I was thinking of Game of
Modern
Thrones.
day.
when
I
first
know,
saw
'cause I
that.
kept calling them swords under the daggers and knives and stuff, but we kept seeing the family when they were being interviewed away from that. Like, they were never centered, and I kept wanting to see them centered in that whole display.
Yes.
And not till everything was coming to a head, where all these clues were coming together, where like Blanc was centered in it, and then Marta was centered. So I thought that was kind of
That's right.
neat.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yes,
liked
that's
that
right,
contrast of the difference
That's
what the
good.
positioning was.
Yeah, and it
Yep.
didn't show it until later. Once they had an idea, once they were on the right track, they were centered. So I'm curious if you
Yeah.
guys too, watching this movie, caught that.
Oh my
It was
God.
interesting.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that. The filming
was,
was
and it's
great.
That's really good.
It was great. I loved how Fran, too bad Fran didn't speak of anything more. She had her eye on Ransom. She did not care for
Oh,
him.
yeah.
She
That
didn't like
sucks,
how he
and-
treated
Isn't
his
that something?
grandfather.
I don't like how she met in that dark room, but what a great murder mystery. You know,
God,
it's
yes.
like, no purpose
Middle of
spots to meet
nowhere.
up, and she's trying to like get him to talk and stuff and call him out and to threaten him. But I'm like, oh God, no, broad daylight in public somewhere and just be on a bench. Like, don't do that. So that was great for him. That worked in his favor till he was caught. And Marta's just so innocent, you know, like
Yes,
she's
she
so
is.
caring, and
Yeah.
then like even pulling up to where the blood tests were, and then like, oh God, and the cops are there. Like, I would have backed up right away, but the fact that she just stayed there to like check her
Right,
home.
and Ransom loved
Right.
it because he's like, oh, puts
You're
her
gonna be
right
guilty,
at the...
yes.
Right, yeah.
I'm your best friend until whoops, you
Mhm.
know. So how many
I was
twists?
wondering how he was so
Yes.
cool with her to
Yeah.
get in the car. I thought he was just going to
Oh.
try to romance her into getting,
I thought there was going to be
Yeah,
some
the
kind of
bash.
romance there. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, and I'm like, well, maybe he does have
oh,
good
I'll help
intentions, but
you, and yeah.
he's been so
pretend-
hateful with the
Little
family,
minor.
and he's been getting free money all this time. Like, I don't think he has any good intentions with her. And then
No.
him actually saying like, oh, well, let me help you with this now. Like, that you can't go through with this. Like, I'm going to hold your secret, and then you're going to give me part of your fortune. Because I'm like, there's going to be something else there, because it's all about the money in this.
That's right.
And then
Just kept going
threatening
deeper and deeper.
threatening her mom, like saying, oh, well, she's going to get deported, but that's okay. Like, if
Yeah.
you help us. So I'm glad Marta was smart
Oh,
enough
my
to throw
gosh.
it back at him. But, like, the family
Oh,
just
well, then
sucks.
my resources are
Jeez,
your
yeah.
old resources, so I can get the best lawyers.
And some of them did care,
Yes.
because even before all this went down, they were hugging Marta, saying like, oh, you are part of this family, and we will take care of you. Don't worry.
That's
but
right, they were
it's
gonna-
amazing how much, like, money really ruins relationships.
Yes.
It's a lot of freaking money. Like that will set you up and generations to come for life.
Yes, absolutely.
60-something million.
And also,
plus.
she might leave the house to them. You don't know at the end.
Yeah, you never know.
She
She's
does
gonna
have her
do
own
something.
family.
I really thought she was
She
gonna
does
do
have her
it.
own family, but maybe
Yeah,
she
she
might.
has that little apartment. I'm sure
Yeah.
she's going to move mommy right in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give them
And-
something.
Good, right?
Blanc
Might
did
give them
say
something.
when she questioned it, Blanc did say, "Well, you do have a good heart." So I do think she's going to
Yeah,
help
I
him
think
out,
so. I
She
think
will.
so
especially
somehow.
pay for Meg's college, like her tuition
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
I
makes
think
do
that will
something.
go on
Always
because
is
that's
good to
something
her.
that'll help
Yeah.
her grow a business later on instead of giving her a
Yes.
huge loan,
Right.
which does come
That's
in handy
right.
when you're trying to start a business. But in this family's case, they're too selfish and self-absorbed. You know, they want money to have it easy. They want easy stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They might work hard
Get
to a
your
certain
degree.
extent, yeah. But if the grandfather could build this up from the ground up, like, you know, that's a lot of effort.
There's no
and
reason why
he's-
Meg can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But Meg, I can
Okay.
see like her getting tuition money, but for other people just to get money just to start, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
but just to get the education under your belt, that's a big deal. But either way, like they don't deserve it because not most people have to take care of it themselves. But again, Marta has a good heart, so I think Harlan
Should
did the
do
right
something.
thing by giving all his fortune to Marta.
I do too.
That's
I
right.
really
Yes,
do.
Definitely.
Big
It was
lesson
funny how
learned.
Jacob wasn't really caring. He didn't care about any of it. He just cared about his alt-right
We kept seeing
issues and
these
putting it
signs.
on,
Exactly. That's
on
it.
social media.
Yeah, it just shows you the generation gap too.
Yeah, he's
when
just
people
like,
are-
oh, yeah.
So it's like the humor of it too, like oh whatever, and then the crazy stories. Like what a great family to come up with those stories. Like always masturbate, like telling the whole family this.
Oh, my
we're probably
gosh.
masturbating to dead deer. I'm like, you know how messed up. Okay, I know the
What
kid
the
might be
heck?
weird, but now you're like throwing in
Whoa,
extra weird
that's a-
stuff and saying it in
yeah.
front of the whole family. Like not only is that embarrassing, you're giving him a bad image, and that'll mentally mess him up too. I'm like,
Oh,
Yeah, in front of the
jeez.
cops too.
oh
that's
god,
really
it's so crazy.
creepy.
I loved how Marta would throw up if she told a
Oh,
lie.
that
I
was
like that
good.
too.
That's
That
right.
is
More
awesome.
innocence. Oh god, and at the end, how perfect Chris Evans. I'm like your beautiful face.
Oh, that was good.
And
I
just
loved
like
how
act
she
through
lied
that.
to
I know that's an actual throw up when they're acting, but I hope not. But
Oh,
just
my
to even
God.
have that on there and trying to act through
Just
it,
to
I'm like,
smell
oh,
that
God.
and make
stew.
people-
Ew. But yeah, that was funny. The humor in this was great,
Yeah.
and I just love the mystery. It's so different from other stuff that we've seen.
It's great.
so-
I loved it.
Good.
Absolutely loved this,
Mysteries are
this
good.
movie.
Yeah, that was good. I always try to
Good.
guess ahead, but I tried not to blurt out things a lot in this one. I felt like my energy was different too, because sometimes when things are like so action packed and I feel like I'm always spewing out information when I get nervous, but this was fun because it was calmer and the murder happened. You know, that was sad, but it wasn't like all about gore in our face or anything.
That's
So it was
right,
about
yeah.
solving this
That's
mystery.
good.
So I was really trying to listen in on what was going on, and I thought it was a lot of fun that way.
right.
You know, I felt
was.
That was
more
good. Very
relaxed.
good.
I
Yes.
loved it. I really did.
I
I,
did
even
too.
loved
I
the part
enjoyed
where
it.
Marta's mom was watching Angela Lansbury. On
I love it when
TV.
you guys
That's right,
notice that
yes.
stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what's
Yeah, I
that?
used to watch that all the time.
You
I
guys,
still watch her at night. late-
I never
late at
saw
night.
it before,
Yes,
so I was like, oh, what?
that's good.
That's
Murder,
cool.
you know, yeah.
Oh, what, Murder, She Wrote or something?
Yeah, Murder, She Wrote, I think it was.
I've heard about it, I've never watched it, but just because you said murder, I was like,
Oh,
okay.
Mo.
Fill in the blanks, right? But with Blanc, I really enjoyed his character. And Kim, you mentioned he was probably 007 at one point.
Yes, and it
I
threw me off
recognize.
because he had this southern accent and he's British.
He was pretty
right?
good with that drawl,
Yeah, I
right?
can-
Yeah, I think
He
so.
was.
So he looks familiar. I know he's in a lot of movies. A lot of you guys will be like face palming if you don't know us, and we've only seen things on the channel. Mainly, I've seen animations, but he looks really familiar, and I think he was a 007 at one
Oh,
point.
he was.
I think
I definitely,
Okay.
he
definitely
was.
think he was.
I've only known because you used to see commercials.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too,
and
you know.
they were big movies, and our brothers were into 007. So
Oh yeah, Kenny was big into 007.
we also thought someone else was 007. I think that was on Mrs. Doubtfire.
Pierce
or something.
Bronson,
Yes,
yeah.
okay,
Yes,
yes.
And then Sean Connery too. He was the
Sean
first one.
Connery.
Again, you guys
The
know more
first
than
one.
me, and I should be like,
Yeah,
hey.
see?
We're a little
Yeah,
older
but
than you.
I was slightly older than you.
But a lot of people know James Bond, though. And I'm like,
Oh, and then there's another great James Bond we're missing.
I'm sure there's a lot. There's a
Couple.
ton of
Yeah,
movies
that's
I know.
right, yeah.
There's like a ton. I don't know if there's 10. There's a lot of movies
Yeah.
though throughout so many decades, right? Like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Definitely.
But yeah, so the acting was phenomenal. I loved it.
Oh,
The
it's
humor
very,
mixed in was great, and just seeing these selfish people get what they deserve. I mean, they were too spoiled, and honestly, Harlem was probably to blame too, because they were brought up like that. And he was so kind and so intelligent, but money can do bad things to people. And when
That's
you have it
right.
all your life, you just expect it, and you think yourself better than everyone else. You're just bad to other people. It's not good.
Not self-made.
This is
That's
terrible.
right. And a lot of the things they did weren't illegal. They were just
Selfish.
Yeah, they were just selfish.
Yeah.
Selfish people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And just wanting what they wanted. And they were all present, all early for the will.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They
boy,
didn't
yeah.
like the attorneys reading it out. And it was just a very simplified. He changed everything.
They were so mad at the attorney. It wasn't him. It was the grandfather.
gotta
You know?
read it.
Father. Yeah.
How bad is that though? It's like you're just doing your job. It's like not your decision. Like you're just doing your freaking job. But people
Come
are
on.
crazy with emotions. Their grandfather just died,
Yeah.
and you're all freaking out about the money. I get it. Like that's so much money to want. You want to live well. You want your family to be well, but just attacking that guy, like he has no decision in this. Like this is the law.
And can you
This is-
imagine knowing like what's in that envelope? Like, oh, this is going to be a good one. This
I know
is
they're
gonna be a
holding
good
hands.
read.
Wow, watch out.
Oh, I can't wait to see
Holding
this
our
guy's
breath like a
submission.
boy.
Oh,
I did
boy.
like Ransom laughing though at that moment because I'm like, wow,
Yes,
he's just
I
loving.
did too because he knew he wasn't going to get anything.
I didn't
And
think
that-
he was
Yeah,
guilty.
yes, sir.
I didn't think he was guilty at that
I
point.
didn't either.
Yeah.
We all
I
just
didn't
said, oh,
either.
well, we
No.
know he
He's like,
knew
haha,
that he
you
was
too.
out of the will.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
right.
he was like, haha, all you guys are too.
And how Harlem handled everything, where he was so friendly about it, and Karen, he's like, well, even the other son, he's like, well, I have to cut you out because, you know, you should be able to build up your own thing from the ground up, not take over mine. They're my books. It's not yours. Like,
Yeah.
and he's trying to, but it's too late. Like, I know he's trying to do a nice thing, but it's like too late at this point. He's like, all of
Guys in
this,
what,
he's
his
too old. I mean, he
40s?
could be ambitious to do that, but
Absolutely.
he doesn't know how to be like that. He's only known this, so he's going to start way too late and not be successful. He's going to
Yes.
suffer.
Walter. Yeah.
He probably did
terrible.
enable him too far, too long.
I like Jamie Lee Curtis's character too. She was really
She was
funny.
good.
She was the
was.
head of the
I
family.
always liked her.
I love how she always had like snarky remarks to make, and she would just be like,
Yes.
"Oh well,
Yeah.
you know she's doing this," and we just kind of have to throw in her 2 cents just to be like, "Well, these people suck,
That's
and these
right.
people suck, and we're better than these people." Like, "Oh, they're taking money for this reason." Like she always has something bad to say about
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, and she had no
Rumors,
problem
rumors.
talking to the cops first, bright red
That's
suit.
right, yeah.
And it
No
was
problem.
great.
Right.
It was humorous that every selfish person would all of a sudden bring up another name once they looked
yes.
questionable. They're like, oh, well, you know, this person was there too. You
Put
should
the
really ask
blame,
them
yeah.
too. Yeah, just do that.
Yes.
Yes.
Not that like we would ever
That's
have
right,
that
like
comfort with
Richard
our
did.
family, but like really, I would never expect me to be like, oh yeah, well Kim,
Right.
yeah, like check her out. Like that's so mean.
Yes,
So you
check
can
her
see
out.
these people didn't have a good relationship. They
Yeah,
cared
that's
for
it,
each other
sure.
to a certain extent, but it's all about the money. You know,
Oh my gosh.
great
God.
movie. I really enjoyed this.
I did too. I did.
Me too. I loved
Definitely
it. Yeah.
enjoyed it.
That's
Let
really
me
good.
crime, like ooh, but it's great because we
Yeah.
watch so much crime that's so scary and gory and just blunt violence in your face, and I'm
Yeah,
just like
this
I
is
enjoyed
very
this.
good.
This was very good. Yes, very
me too.
dysfunctional family. Yes, I see from
Right.
Harlan, dysfunctional
That's just
family.
special, that's for sure.
Yeah, so thank you guys for
Oh my
requesting
gosh.
this. And
Yes.
guys, please check out our
Yes, thank
Patreon.
you.
That really helps us going because you guys keep requesting a lot of things. We're trying to take on as much as we can. We are maxed out, and any support we get on Patreon really helps us. We did hit a wall recently where we are doing well. I am very positive, but we do work so hard where we can't actually budge and do more right now until we grow. So if you can take time just to check us out there, that would really help us out a lot. We have our full reactions there amongst other things. So do you guys want to add anything else about the movie?
No, just how I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, it was very good.
I did too.
Very good
Very
mystery.
good. So thank you guys for requesting
Yes.
this, and we'll see you very soon as always.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.